Yes, friends, I'm back again. A short interruption because of the technicalities. Well, my dear friends, we are talking about interrogative questions using do and does. So, if you're watching me, welcome back again with do and does. So, this is how we can make do and does questions like do I does she drink, does she drive to work? Then does it work well? It here means any object. It can be anything that is not human, is it. Okay? Then you have, do you drink coffee? Yes. Do you drink coffee? We have to go to work. So I have written few sentences. If you can see, yes, these are the sentences that you can use for do. Do, where do we use do? How we use do. These are the persons, first person and second person, we use do. And for third person, again, if you can see, we use does. DOES, does. So the do changes to ES. You need to focus on the ES of the do. Do changes to does if you're talking, or if you have to talk about third person. Who are the third person here? He, she, it, or any singular nouns. Is this clear? They are the third person. Now, if you can see, there's one sentence over here. Does it work well? Does it work well? So do changes to es when we are talking about third person. This is the most important rule with first person, second person, and third person. I repeat, focus on the do and does part. Here, when you are asking a question, the verb doesn't change. If you have noticed, does it work? Work remains the same. It won't change. Unlike your simple present, where you have noticed with few of the sentences, like if I say I like ice cream, she likes ice cream. But when you're asking as a question, does she like ice cream? We will never say does she likes ice cream, because this is the most common. Okay, do you like me? Does he like me? Is this clear? So you don't need to confuse. It's very simple. I, you, we, they, or any plural nouns, it is do. He, she, it. Singular noun is does. If you have to ask a question, it starts with plus subject plus the verb and the remaining sentence. If you want to see more of it, yes. So we can also use such interrogative questions using, do you notice this? Yes. The first is where. We can use with where, how often, and also what and how much. These are the sentences. If you can read out, and if you are reading this sentences on the chart, you can put that in the chat box. Whatever you're reading, you can put it in the chat box, or I can help you to read out. Where do you live? We will never say where does you lives. Okay, it's where do you live. My dear friends, we can use do and does with such WH questions. Let me repeat. WH questions are what, where, when, which, how often, how much. So you can use where do you live? Where, where does it stay? Where does it stay? Where does it live? Means you live. Yes. Lines, you can find them. Yes, in the jungle, right? Or if you're only talking about a lion, where do a lion live? A lion, right? So, where do lions live? Oh, I got a bit confused. Where does lions live? Lion live, right? So, with I, you, we, they. And any plural nouns, it is do. And with any he, she, it or singular nouns, it is does. Is this clear? Now let's make more questions in the chat box if you're watching. For example, does he walk to school? Does she write a book? Does it work well? Or you can say, do I hear you? Hmm, do you drink this juice? Or you can also ask, do I swim? Does she call you every day? Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Does he smoke cigarettes every day? Or you can even make more sentences using with where, how often, what, and how much. How much does it cost? How often do you meet him? How much do you love him? What does she do? Often do you visit your hometown? So, not just do and does, you can also make sentences using WH questions. What, how often, how much, and where. Is this clear, my friends? Yes. So these are the interrogative questions. You know that. You'll ask them. Do you like this? Do you like that? Do you go? How often do you go there? How much do you like it? Like it? So you ask questions. Now you have a question. So you definitely need a answer. And answers can be both positive and negative. Am I right? Yes. Let's talk something about negative answers. How do you deal with negative answers? Like, I don't like to go out now. They don't want here anymore. Sudha and George don't work here, right? So this is the negative. If you have noticed, I'm using don't. When you write, you should say it as do not. That is the written form. How do you talk about the spoken form? Don't. That's the shortened form of do not. Is this clear, my friends? Yes. So this is about don't. That is a negative answer with I, you, we, they, he. I do, I, you, we, they, and any plural nouns. How about third person? How can we change it? A negative sentence. This is how it is. She doesn't listen to me. He doesn't live here. It doesn't taste good. Sudha doesn't like ice creams. Is this clear? So I'm basically giving you an idea about how to ask questions using do and does, how to make a question, the rule behind do and does, and also something related to, yes, when your interrogating questions are done, you can also answer them in negative form. How do you do that? How do you do that? So I'm asking you, what is the process or making a sentence, interrogative questions or negative sentences? So negative sentences, I don't like it. And how about for the third person? She doesn't like it. Do you get me? Do you get me? Means, did you understand me? Yes. So you can make negative sentences as well as positive sentences. Now, how do we do positive sentences? I like to speak in English. This is a positive sentence, or this is just a statement. If I say I don't like to speak in English, and somebody is talking about me, they can say, she doesn't like to speak in English. Doesn't. See, my hand is nodding. It's saying no. When you have to say no, you use this. Is this clear, my friends? Don't, doesn't. I don't, you don't, we don't, they don't, Sudha and George don't. Followed by any verbs. You can use verbs like Sudha doesn't, Sudha and George don't like ice cream. Is this clear? Well, friends, whoever are watching us, I just want to give a small repeat or small recap of what we are doing. Today, we are talking about a very simple concept for beginners or basic learners or for intermediate learners. It's very simple. When you like something, you say, I like something. If you dislike something, what do you say? You say, I don't like that. Or I don't like to come with you. I don't write these days. I don't want to talk to you anymore. So this is the negative of giving your interest. And if somebody is talking about someone, third person, she doesn't live here. She doesn't speak in English. He doesn't eat well. He doesn't work here anymore. She doesn't believe him. It doesn't work like this. It doesn't help you. So this is how you can make sentences interrogative, negative, and positive. Okay, if you're watching me and I have a quiz for you, please make some noise. The quiz is something like this. If you're interested to be part of the quiz, I'm going to give you a few questions. You can let me know how to answer these quiz questions. Okay. For example, if I give you a statement, I like ice cream. So how do you change this into a question? How do you ask someone if they like the ice cream or not? Yes, I said, I like ice cream. How do you ask a question? Do you like ice cream? If I don't, I'll say, I don't like ice cream. If I like, I say, I do like ice cream. Right? These are the very basic sentences that we can make. There are many ways to go to advanced level. You can practice n number of conversations like this using do and does. My dear friends, do and does are exclusively for talking about action verbs, and is and are used exclusively for anything like any action that's happening, continuous action, or talking about your adjectives like feelings, emotions, or you can talk about your age. What is your age? What is or how old are you? Right? So are, e, am, is, are used for many other things. But do and does are exclusively for saying something negative. You want to say no to something, then you can use don't or doesn't. Is this clear? Well, this is it for today's session. I'll be coming up with more interesting lessons. Well, this is because today we are did only with present tense. My next session will be on did and how can we use it more effectively in our conversations, especially while asking questions about someone's likes and dislikes or something that is happening. Is it happening or not? So when you want to know the action verb happening or not, you use do and does. When you want to know someone's likes and dislikes, you use do and does. This is for questioning and negative and positive. Well, this is it for today. I'll be back again with did, which is nothing but a past tense form of do forms, right? Do, does, we have done with it. Today, next week, I'm going to come with did. Well, with this promise, I'll be back again next Saturday. Hopefully, you'll have a very interesting interaction in the chat box and be learning something every time I come on live. With this, I'll be signing off. Bye-bye, everyone.